Hey everyone, good afternoon, good afternoon. As always, I hope this video finds you in good health and in good spirits. So let's talk today a little bit about beliefs that are not true when it comes to the Bible, because the Bible is one of the most discussed and debated books in history, yet many common beliefs about it is more myth than fact. So let's go over a list and see how many of these misconceptions you've heard before. Number one, that the Bible was written in one language. Many people believe that the Bible was written in one language, but it was actually composed in Hebrew, Aramaic, and Greek. And this linguistic diversity adds to the complexity and richness of its text. Or how about the Bible forbids alcohol consumption? The Bible doesn't strictly forbid alcohol consumption. It warns against drunkenness, but includes many references to wine as a part of daily life and celebration. Or Adam and Eve ate an apple. The fruit that was eaten by Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden is never specified as an apple. The idea of the apple idea likely comes from Western art and literature rather than the biblical text itself. And many of you have heard that Mary Magdalene was a prostitute, I'm sure, but there is no biblical evidence that Mary Magdalene was a prostitute. This misconception stems from historical misrepresentations that has been perpetuated for centuries. Or how about the Bible supports modern capitalism? The Bible does not advocate for any specific economic system. Its teachings focus on ethical living and community welfare rather than the promotion of capitalism or socialism. Or how about this one? The Bible condemns homosexuality unequivocally. The interpretation of biblical texts concerning homosexuality is highly contested. Many scholars argue that context and translation issues mean that these texts do not address modern understandings of sexuality. And how many have heard that the rapture is a biblical concept? Well, the concept of the rapture, as popularly understood today, is not explicitly described in the Bible. It is a relatively new modern interpretation that gained traction in the 19th century. So there's that. Or how about that the Bible was written by a single author? This isn't true either. The Bible is a collection of texts written by multiple authors over centuries. Its books were composed in different historical contexts by various writers. Or how many have heard that the Ten Commandments are the only biblical laws? While the Ten Commandments are the most famous, the Bible contains over 600 laws in the Torah alone, covering various aspects of life and worship. And here's a big one. People believe that Jesus was born on December 25th. There is absolutely no biblical basis for the specific date of December 25th of Jesus' birthday. I've done many videos on this, so I'm not going to go into the details of it, but this date was chosen by Christians and coincides with many Roman pagan festivals. And have you heard the Bible say that the earth is flat? Contrary to some belief, the Bible does not explicitly state that the earth is flat. Verses used to support this claim are often poetic or metaphorical. People don't always understand that. Or how about that women are subordinate according to the Bible? Now, while certain passages reflect patriarchal norms of their times, many other highlight the important roles women played and advocate for mutual respect and equality. Or how about that the Bible predicts modern events? Many believe that the Bible predicts specific modern events, but most scholars argue these interpretations often read contemporary issues into ancient texts without context. Here's a big one too, that the King James Version of the Bible is the original Bible. And that's not true. The King James Version is a translation of earlier texts and not the original Bible. It was completed in 1611 and has had a significant influence on English-speaking Christianity. Or how about that the Bible is against science? Well, the Bible and science are not inherently opposed. Many biblical texts are poetic and allegorical, leaving room for scientific interpretation and understanding. And how about, have you heard that the Bible advocates violence? Well, while there are some violent stories and laws, the overarching message of the Bible is one of peace and love. Context is crucial to understanding these passages. This is a fun one. How many people believe that angels have wings? Popular cultures often depict angels with wings, but biblically, descriptions of angels vary widely, and they don't consistently mention anything about having wings. And then how many believe that hell is a fiery underworld? Well, the concept of hell as a fiery underworld owes more to Dante's Inferno than to biblical text. The Bible's descriptions of the afterlife are more varied and nuanced. And here's one that's often debated. The Bible is the single unchanging book. Well, the Bible has been compiled, translated, and interpreted in many, many ways over centuries. And its texts have evolved through extensive historical theological processes. So there have definitely been a lot of changes to it. But people don't want to believe that. Or how about that the Bible promotes strict gender roles? While certain passages reflect historical gender roles, many others advocate for equality and respect. Interpretations have varied widely over time. And then the last one, the Bible was always viewed as literal truth. Historical and textual evidence shows that many early Christians and Jewish scholars understood much of the Bible, again, as allegory or symbolically. And sometimes people miss that. Yeah. So anyway, there are 21 beliefs about the Bible that simply aren't true. All right, everyone. I hope you found this video entertaining, enlightening, or in some way beneficial. All right, everyone, take care. I love you all. Peace.